on this Wellness Wednesday, celebrating women and the strides being made in the fight against breast cancer. 1 in 8 women will hear the words, "You have breast cancer," in her lifetime. And over the last 25 years, the Baylor Scott and White Dallas Foundation, Celebrating Women Luncheon, has raised more than $42 million to advance the fight against breast cancer right here in North Texas. Dr. Ronan Kelly is the Chief of Oncology of the North Texas Division for Baylor Scott and White Health, and he's here to share so much more about this year's event. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Glad to have you here, Dr. Kelly. So can you tell us more about this event and how it works to fight against breast cancer?
Well, this is such an inspiring event because what it is it brings together all these people in North Texas that are passionate about the fight for breast cancer. And as you've heard, they've raised over $43 million, these ladies in North Texas, right here in Texas to fight breast cancer over the last 26 years. It's really been such a remarkable effort.
Oh, wow.
And this year we have a special speaker, Clea Shearer from the Home Edit, who is an award-winning best-selling author. She's created that show on Netflix, Home Edit, which millions of American ladies will know helps them in terms of organizing their homes. But she's going to share her fight against breast cancer. And I think it's going to be a really inspiring few minutes to hear her.
Absolutely,
yeah.
Absolutely. Well, you're right, her Netflix show is quite incredible, but it'll be quite moving to hear her and her journey and what she's been through. And we hear so often about the importance of funding and knowledge of breast cancer and fighting cancer early. And so can you expand upon the importance of that and finding it early, and also how philanthropy helps you guys do that?
Sure. Well, 40% of Americans, unfortunately, will hear the words, "You've got cancer," in their lifetime. So that's obviously very distressing.
Yeah.
But what we are launching in Baylor Scott and White is a brand new institute called the Texas Cancer Interception Institute, which is there to really try to change the narrative on early detection. We want to add 5 more words, but we caught it early. Now, the way we're going to do that is by early detection using novel cutting-edge assays, advances in artificial intelligence, and we're actually building, which I think is one of the industry first, a formal cancer command center to try to look at over all of Texas, patients in Baylor Scott and White, to see if we can identify patients earlier using data and new technology. Now that's very exciting because I don't think anyone has tried to do that in the past.
And it would be so beneficial to so many women to know if you're at greater risk, right? So you can know ahead of time. You can lean into getting everything that you need from the doctors, from oncology,
sure.
so you can get all the resources that you need. Absolutely. Okay, so you've recently launched a first of its kind study looking at how weight loss drugs could help with breast cancer. What have you found?
Well, again, I think this is a first in the world study.
Yeah.
You know, every person has heard about these new GLP inhibitors. Zepbound, we're partnering with Eli Lilly. They're giving us that drug, Zepbound. We believe that weight loss can significantly help ladies who may be high risk for breast cancer recurrence. So these are ladies that have finished their definitive treatment but are high risk because they put on weight. If we can decrease weight by 10%, we believe these ladies, we can prevent disease recurrence. So this study is being led by my colleague, Dr. Joyce O'Shaughnessy, who's the chair of Celebrating Women. I'm partnering with her on this initiative, and it's very exciting because if this works, I think this will send a ripple effect around the whole globe. If we could identify weight loss as a novel therapeutic in the fight against breast cancer, that would be remarkable.
My goodness.
So that is launched right here through the Texas Cancer Interception Institute. I think it's first of its kind. It's very exciting.
This is very exciting. Okay, I want to ask you, just for all the women out there, because I feel like it's happening earlier and earlier, what is the right age for women to come in and start getting checked?
Well, I think, you know, there was always different ages, but we now think 40 is the right age to go, you know. But mammography is only one step. Well, one of the other things that we've launched through the new Cancer Interception Institute is a blood test to detect cancer. And this is very interesting because it's brand new science, and it's almost like we think we can check people on an annual basis, not just for one type of cancer, but for 50 different types of cancer. And you could do it at the primary care level on an annual basis. We're enrolling tens of thousands of patients right here in Texas on this study. It's very exciting.
Dr. Kelly, I mean, it sounds like you are really expanding and evolutionizing multiple parts when it comes to breast cancer in general. So we are so grateful that you were here this morning sharing your knowledge with us. And you guys, the 26th annual Baylor Scott and White Dallas Foundation Celebrating Women Luncheon is Friday, October 31st at the Hilton Anatole Hotel. For tickets and so much more information, go to bswhealth.com/celebrating women. Thank you so much for being here.